Come on! Somebody get him off the stage! I can do better than this.
This is Art Dahl. He wants to be a dancer. After the disastrous amateur night talent show, Art goes on a series of auditions and even gets a few paying dance gigs. Discouraged by a series of failures, Art looks to history for answers.
Art, it's here. The letter is here. It just arrived. Open it.
You can open it.
You're going to Paris, baby boy. You got in.
Mom, I'm not sure I want to go.
Oh, this is everything you've been hoping for.
I don't really think it's right for me.
You're going to the best art school in the world. My son is carrying on the tradition of attending École de Beaux-Arts to pose for this generation's Van Gogh, Monet.
I'm not going.
You're what? I didn't hear you. What do you mean you're not going? Of course you're going.
I want to be a dancer. Here, Mom, watch. I was the lead dancer in a music video that was accepted to the Brouhaha Film Festival in Orlando, Florida.
A dancer? A dancer, no. Look at our family history. Your great-uncle Teek posed for Edvard Munch's The Scream. And your great-aunt Birch, twice removed, posed for Johannes Vermeer's Girl with a Pearl Earring. My great-grandmama Balsa posed for Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. My mother posed for Andy Warhol, and I posed for Banksy.
Son, you come from a long line of artists' models. Our people have a natural gift. We inspire. Being a fine art model is our family tradition. We're honored to be a part of such historic work. You should be proud to carry it on.
Besides, sweetie, how are you going to be a dancer? Your feet don't even touch the floor. Art, you have to think seriously about your future. You can't just magically transform yourself into something you're not.
You told me when I grew up I could be anything I wanted to be. You don't believe I can do it. You don't believe in me. I'll show you. I'm going to be the best dancer the world has ever seen.
Welcome to our newest exhibit, History of the Alanian People. Long, long ago, all the land of the world was clustered together. On this singular continent there was a great tree, born from a star that fell to earth. It knew all things of all worlds. As many eons passed, the tree saw the birth of new inhabitants, such as fish, birds, reptiles, and even man. Man was unique, a beautiful creation. His mind and soul were filled with magnificent possibility. The tree loved man and helped him survive, providing shelter, food, and most importantly, inspiration. Over many thousands of years, man multiplied and spread out across the land. He moved farther away from the tree, but came back once a year on a pilgrimage and always left with grand ideas that helped him evolve, such as fire, tools, and art. Alas, driven by fear and greed, a number of people started taking pieces of the tree with them when they went back home to keep their inspiration alive for longer periods of time. The tree would get smaller and weaker each time it was assaulted. The masses became angry as the power of the tree grew weak and they were not getting what they needed from it. The weather also began to change and violent storms assailed the lands. The originals, who still live where the tree stood, made a law prohibiting its desecration. No one abided by the law, and war ensued. The place where the grand tree once stood is now sacred ground. A monk who devoted his life to caring for it finds the last broken branch, picks it up gently, and weeps, his heart struck with grief at the sight of this horror. What has man done? To what end? He cries like a wounded animal. As tears fall on the little branch, something happens. It transforms into a small wooden man. The monk cannot believe his eyes. He is overjoyed, yet afraid. His mind is playing tricks on him. Transforms into a small wooden man. The monk transforms into a small wooden man. The monk cannot believe his eyes. He is overjoyed, yet afraid. His mind is playing tricks on him. He names the little being Elan, meaning tree in the ancient tongue. Elan is all that is left of the magnificent tree and is therefore animated by its powerful life force. The monk sacrifices himself so Elan can escape as mobs overtake the sacred site. After discovering that he is a direct descendant from the Tree of Inspiration, Art stars in his first one-man show off-Broadway and works hard to access his own transformative power. Art went on to win a Tony Award for his one-man show. He met his wife while performing to a sold-out arena in Paris. She teaches painting at École des Beaux-Arts, the university Art was accepted to but did not attend just 2 years earlier.
Every day the future's getting closer. Every day the future's looking bright. Every day is another beginning. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Every